And I'm Taylor Petras. Here's a look at your top stories on this Sunday morning. And that couple from Pittsburgh told me they were just inside the bank here yesterday getting quarters for laundry. This tragedy hitting too close for comfort. Well, Chris, in just the last couple hours, we learned there was another bank employee inside at the time and was able to escape the massacre. And while law enforcement is giving us a better timeline of what happened, they, as well as the entire Sebring community, are trying to figure out why. A Port Charlotte family ripped off with two fake $20 bills at a garage sale. What tipped them off to the funny money and their message so you don't become a victim. A teen is dead and another person is in the hospital after a motorcycle crash in Bonita Springs. This is video from the scene overnight. It happened on Imperial Parkway and East Terry Street. The call came in just before midnight. There's a property deed records letter flooding Cape Coral mailboxes, and at first glance, it looks legit. The warning from others who almost fell victim to the scam, and the not-so-fine print that almost gave it away. Look, you can see here people ditching their chairs they brought to wait in line, as they are obviously not allowed inside the arena. Backpacks and larger signs are also a no-go inside groups tonight. Recounts are officially underway. The Florida Secretary of State ordered recounts for U.S. Senate, Governor, and Agriculture Commission races. Florence strengthens into a hurricane once again. It joins Helene, which just became a hurricane in the last 2 hours. Shooting threats written all over bathrooms in Lee County schools. But how does law enforcement determine if they're credible? A Lehigh Acres man is facing charges after taking out street signs and mailboxes on a joyride home from the bar. I'll show you the path of destruction deputies say he left behind, coming up on Wink News at 5:30. And thanks for joining us. Our next newscast is at 10 on WXCW. We'll be back on Wink for Wink News at 11. Treating every exercise like a real-life scenario. I'm Wink News reporter Taylor Petras, and only on Wink News, we're suiting up with the Lee County Sheriff's Office Bomb Squad, taking you behind the scenes of their training.
Our very own Taylor Petras strapped on nearly 100 pounds worth of equipment and went through training with them this week. Let's find out if she has what it takes. All new at 5:30.
Fire in the hole!
Not many people other than the military ever get to play with explosives.
But for these 7 members of the Lee County Sheriff's Office, handling highly explosive material is just part of the job.
This is one of our favorite parts of the job, to come out here and deal with the explosives and blow things up.
But that's not all. This monthly training serves as a learning opportunity.
A simple, costly mistake could cost you your life or someone else's life.
Getting hands-on experience with materials that could kill.
That's what we deal with. And we get to see the functionality of each explosive and how it affects things.
You can learn more about all that goes into handling explosives. We suited up, participating in a training exercise to recover an unknown package inside a home. It's a tedious and cautious method. Add nearly 100 pounds of bomb squad equipment. It's important to keep a level head.
And you saw, just firsthand how hard it is to kind of see through that tiny little window, and you have to be able to decipher through all that stuff one thing, so you have to stay focused.
We're not rushing in to put a fire out. We're slow, methodical, and we have to basically shut down and focus on what we could face inside there.
First, they send in the robot. Its camera scans the room for anything dangerous inside. Then the bomb techs take over.
We can talk to the guys through the robot while they're down there. If we see something, we say, hey, look over here, what about this?
An X-ray machine shows an explosive pipe inside. Real-life cases, they'll destroy on site.
Just water did that. So now the objective is to defeat that pipe that's laying there.
Whether it's training or actually responding to a suspicious device.
We stay focused, we have a mission, and we have a plan, and we stay to that.
It's slow, steady, and safety for the bomb squad. In Lee County, Taylor Petras, Wink News Now. It's one of the local businesses here in Sebring, and here's what that decal looks like. The blue and orange coloring with the word trust in the middle of the heart for where this tragedy happened, a tragedy that this small community will never forget. For Sebring business owner Michelle Lott, it was almost business as usual on Wednesday.
We kept seeing patrol cars go by at high speeds, and I was like, okay, after 2, I'm like, something is definitely wrong.
Just 2 miles away, a tragedy was unfolding. 5 women shot and killed inside the Suntrust Bank. Family of 31-year-old Jessica Montague, a mother of 3, tells Wink News she was one of them.
Oh my God, like every time I'd walk in, they were like, hey Sam, it's not Samantha, it was, hey Sam, what are you doing, how's the kids? I just felt very welcomed here.
Now to honor and remember those 5 women,
I've printed over 1,000 now.
Sebring is showing its strength.
I like to be able to help out with the community and try and give back when I can.
Lott is printing out thousands of Sebring Strong decals to help raise money for the 5 families. The decal, a symbol of the community's resilience.
It's going to be hard, you know, because of just it being a small town. You never think it's going to happen here.
And on top of these decals to raise money for the families, the community is also organizing a big candlelight vigil at Fireman's Field Sunday evening. Live in Sebring, Taylor Petras, Wink News Now. The 21-gun salute, followed by the playing of the taps, can bring just about anyone to tears. It was an emotional but necessary day to honor Lieutenant Daniel Hinton, who dedicated his life to a career in law enforcement.
Master Sergeant Daniel Hinton of the Florida Highway Patrol. ID number 257 is 10-7 from service. May he rest in peace.
My family knows him as Bubba. So Bubba was a truly awesome dude. Awesome. He would go out of his way for just about anybody. This last part is more excruciating just because of the soldiers that I've known that have passed. I know what it involves, but it's even worse when it's your own family.
It's so tough. Anytime you come here today, it's with a heavy heart, and it's, you know, it brings tears to your eyes to be here and to know that we lost a fellow brother.
It never gets easier. Each one is it's just as hard as the first one was.
I've got to talk to some of the other troopers from other states that, you know, worked with my brother. I got to talk to a Canadian Mountie that's worked with my brother. I thought that was really cool.
When Sergeant Hinton passed, we knew that we needed to immediately get started with the memorial ribbons. It is a memento that we are honoring him and that he was a part of our community.
I told him last night that I would do better, do something else, so I will find a path to honor him.
And his sister tells me she would like to start a 5K run or a softball tournament to honor her brother, Lieutenant Daniel Hinton. Live outside Hertz Arena, I'm Taylor Petras, Wink News Now.